Yeah, man. How's the spring gone for you? How do you feel like you've been playing?
So far this spring, I feel like I've been playing a lot more confident, because whenever I first got here, in the beginning, I didn't know much plays. I was still trying to get acclimated to everything. So now that I'm playing with a lot more confidence, I feel like I'm able to make more plays.
You do have that confidence. You mentioned making more plays, but exactly what does that allow you to do to be confident in the scheme of what you're doing?
Being more confident allows me to play faster. In this game, you have to be fast. And if you're not fast, then next man will beat you. But mostly playing fast. That's about it.
You made a lot of plays in the fall, and they gave you that scout team honor. Did you know that they were noticing you the whole season? Were they telling you that they were noticing what you were doing?
Yeah. Throughout practices and everything, a few coaches would come up to me. They'd be like, "You're like the next coming to Trayshawn Ward," to encourage me to continue to get better each day and not take every day for granted. To let them know that I'm being recognized and to keep going as hard as I can every day.
The fact that they rewarded Trayshawn the way they did and elevated him, did that give you confidence that could happen here?
Yeah, that gave me a lot of confidence coming in because seeing that trick, they put a walk-on scholarship. Lets me know that they actually pay attention to the walk-ons, develop the walk-ons and not just take them as just, a practice dummy, something like that.
Tough to be on the scout team all year. You're getting hit by the starters and stuff like that. I guess what's it like to go through a full season working scout team?
Well, working scout team all year, yeah, it does beat up your body a lot. But we got a great training room staff. They take care of your body and everything. So me, after every practice, I made sure I go to the training room, take care of my body, so that I'd be ready for the next practice.
Is there a certain point during your first season here where you felt like, hey, I belong, I can play at this level?
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny because while I was playing like scout team and everything, it wasn't more like I was always doubting myself, like, do I belong here? But whenever you get teammates that'll come up to you and be like, hey, bro, like, you really good, you belong here, like, they encouraging you to keep your head straight, let you know, like, that you are a player. Like, coming out of high school is always really hard because, you come from being a man to being nobody. And having teammates that'll build you up every day, it helps you realize that you belong.
You talked about Trayshawn. I don't know, I guess, did you have conversations with him about what he did to put himself in that position or anything?
Yeah,
like that?
I had many conversations with Trey. Trey gave me some tips, some advice on how to protect myself on scout team, stay healthy, and how to make it to where I can go 100% every play, and some things to do, like to stand out as compared to any other walk-ons. So.
I think I saw where J-Rob kind of helped sell you a little bit to these guys.
So the story with J-Rob is I was in one of my writing classes in high school, and the teacher and him were really close, and he always comes there to get brownies from her. And he walks in, I'm like, who's that? She's like, that's J-Rob. She's like, J-Rob, C.J.'s a really good player. Like, I think you should try to help him out. So me and him exchanged contacts, and he asked me to send my film to him, and he kind of tried to help me by putting it out there, showing the coaches, like, hey, I think he's a baller. Y'all should check him out. And ever since then, like, me and J-Rob still been in contact because I feel like he helped me out a lot. A really great guy, and ever since then, I see how I'm here now. So.
Did you have other options other than Florida State out of high school, and ultimately what led you to decide to come to Florida State?
Other than Florida State out of high school, I did have Davidson. I was offered to play outside linebacker and running back at Davidson, but I didn't really want to leave too far from my family. And then again, whenever I got this preferred walk-on spot from Florida State, I also had 100% full ride academically. So in any school in the state of Florida. So I just feel like that was just a sign to me, like, you should stay. You work so hard in high school, you put in all the work. Why not come here, bet on yourself, and see what happens from there?
You moved into Florida late, right? Like midway through high school?
Yeah, I moved into Florida 2019, right after my sophomore year. I had dislocated my wrist and everything, so I was coming off a dislocated wrist injury. So I came 2019, had me at slot. I told the coaches that I played running back. They put me at running back, and I had a breakout senior year. So.
Other than Trayshawn, who were some other teammates that were really supportive to you last year, kind of making the transition?
Jayshawn Corbin, Lawrence Toffili, pretty much the whole running back room. Coach Yak, Coach Norvell, and everybody, they all talked to me. They all made sure like I was all right, made sure that if I had any problems, any struggles, if I needed any help, that they would help me out. Jay Sean always taught me how to what to look for pre-snap and stuff like that. So I feel like they really helped me a lot to keep my head straight about the transition.
What is Coach Yak? I mean, there's got to be something with Coach Yak that two walk-ons can come out and have this kind of success. Like, how good is he just with the whole room, not just focusing on like one or two guys?
Coach Yak, with his room, it's the best man plays, and he feels like everyone should be developed the same. Like at other programs, obviously, walk-ons sometimes don't get any contact with certain coaches or whatever, but we're a family in that room, and he believes in all of us. That's why he recruited us, and obviously, like, he's going to develop us just the same as anybody else. He's going to expose us to the same things as everybody else, just to make sure that if anybody gets hurt, then we have to be that person to step up into that starter role or the backup role that we know what to do.
How much fun was the scrimmage playing in the stadium?
Oh, it was always fun to compete against your brothers, compete against family. Being able to go out there and compete against them, do your thing, and encourage each other is always great. I had a blast, not even gonna lie.
What do you think you've done well up to this point in the spring? The fact they keep giving you opportunities. What have you done to distinguish yourself in your mind?
I feel like I've done a great job being consistent and being someone they can trust. Making sure I'm on time and everything, and making sure that whenever the ball comes my way, I catch the ball and not drop it. So.
Well, first I want to acknowledge it's not just